Well, it seems after a lot of backlash, Studio Khara is releasing an update regarding the guidelines for fan creations of Evangelion. If you're out of the loop, I did cover this yesterday. If you want the full segment, please take a look in the description of this video. I will have it there for you. But essentially, a TLDR, I translated this via DeepL, so the caveat is maybe the translation is not that accurate. That said, I mean, a lot of people corroborated this, and DeepL is pretty accurate, so make of it what you will. But they did say, please refrain from publishing creative works with the following expressions and contents. Anything that aims to hurt the feelings, honor, or ideas of this work or others, that which excessively promotes or demeans a specific politics, religion, or belief, excessive, violent, or grotesque material, or off-brand sort of material. You get the implication, off-brand sort of stuff you might be looking up to get excited about the characters in the show. Okay. They also said, other anti-social expressions, those that infringe on the right of others, those that may be misconstructed as official work. Now, that last one's pretty fair in my opinion. But as I mentioned yesterday, a lot of what they're trying to police sounds like it would fit copyright, DMCA law, fair use, Digital Millennium Copyright Act, all that sort of stuff. But this is Japan, so it's a bit different there. But if they're going after people internationally as well, then it becomes a really complicated issue. And I think in part because of how complicated it is and how much backlash they got for it, now they're kind of backpedaling. You might disagree with me on this. Maybe you think that they're totally in the right here. To me, I do think they're backpedaling though, and I'll point out why. Let's read now what they say here. So, part 1 of 5. Regarding the guideline for fan creation of Evangelion announced the other day, I feel that only a part of it has been cut out and the intention has been distorted, so I would like to supplement it a little. Now, I'll be honest, in my video, I did only read a part of it, but I read the full thing myself before the video. I read it again after the video. I read it again right before this video. And on top of that, just because I only read a portion of my video, I literally said I'm going to copy paste the rest of it that we didn't read in a pinned comment so people could read the rest if they wanted to very easily. And you can see it on that video. It's still there. So yeah, no, they're not talking about me per se in this. Obviously, they're talking about people in general. So I'm not trying to act like this is just between us, right? No, it's not what's going on here. I'm just kind of explaining for people that weren't in the loop from yesterday. So anyways, continuing on. Let me actually hop over to DeepL for the rest of this. Here's what they say. We believe that fan activities come from a feeling of goodwill and support for the work, and we have been supported by our fans for a long time. Even in the past, we have never regulated or prohibited existing fan activities, and we won't change our attitude and thoughts in the future. Continued, we thought it was necessary to have a basic policy for everyone who engages in fan activities so that they can enjoy them with peace of mind, so we made this public. What? Again, keep in mind what I read you. They were talking about all that stuff in the beginning, some of that radical stuff even, but they're doing that for peace of mind? Doesn't really add up in my opinion. The reason why we dare to leave ambiguous parts in the interpretation is that we do not want to inhibit the free activities of our fans as much as possible. That might be the worst part of their statement in my opinion. They're basically saying that they intentionally left parts of it ambiguous. When you're talking about fan activities and potential legal disputes, the last thing you want to be doing is being all vague and confusing people and frightening them into thinking you might actually take action against them for doing fan art. Just, let's continue on. 4 of 5. It is a little difficult, but I would like each of you to read the text, think it over carefully, and then continue your activities at your own risk. There you go. Oh my gosh. They just backed up what I just said. Continue your activities at your own risk. So they're still kind of implying, at least the way I'm reading it, that they might go after people. I mean, what are they doing here? 5 of 5. We have received some inquiries, but as a general rule, we do not respond to individual inquiries regarding the interpretation and application of these guidelines. Mutual policing within the community of fans is the last thing we want. Thank you for reading to the end. The end. Wow, okay. So I mentioned this on Twitter this morning that I'd be covering this, and that in my opinion, they may have made this even more confusing for people now with this additional statement. And I still feel that way. I think they just muddied the waters even more in my opinion. Now, look, I could sit here trying to be optimistic saying like, well, at least they're not going to go after people, right? Right? But it's not right. I don't know what they're going to do. They say continue activities at your own risk. I guess ultimately all I got to say is I'm glad I'm not a fan artist, I suppose. I could just get to sit back and look it up in the middle of the night and enjoy the fan art the way that a weeb knows how to enjoy it. Yeah, okay, so I'm making a little joke. I don't know, man. It does suck. Fan artists have it pretty rough for a lot of reasons. Anyways, that's really the update. I don't think there's too much to add. Now, to be fair to Studio Khara, again, I am using a translator. I'm potentially not getting the full scope of the message they want to convey to people. So take that all with a grain of salt, etc., etc. You know how it is. But that's really it for this one. Nothing else to say there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you soon for the next.